Hey Flosstube, Liz from Hello from Liz Matthews here, coming to you Friday, January 24th, I think. It could be the 25th. I tend to lose track of days. But no matter the date, this is a very overdue Flosstube number 13. This will be my regular style Flosstube. My last video check-in with you was showing you all of the patterns I was releasing on January 6th, but we're getting back to life as normal. So let's just dive into all the things. I'm a bit scattered. I have 3 pages of notes that I have tried to kind of order somewhat, but it feels a little bit random and it feels like I'm gonna be doing a bit of news reporting. Like I have stuff here and there and reports and all this stuff. I even thought of doing index cards, but I didn't. So we're just gonna go with it. I've also decided that we're gonna do this in one take, no matter what. I cannot be starting this video 6 times, getting nervous, forgetting what I said. So please just go with the flow. If I stumble, if I trip, if I need a minute, let's just go with it. So as I said, the last time we checked in and chatted with each other, I was showing you the designs from my January 6th launch. You guys, life since then has been insane and wonderful and just more than I could have ever dreamed. The launch and the beginning of this business is everything that I wanted to hope for but was afraid to hope for fear of disappointment. It has just been so amazing. Your encouragement, the support, you guys blew me away. I went through all of the charts I printed, had to reprint, had to ship them. It has been so amazing. And you guys know I quit my job. It was quite honestly a bit of a whim. And I put all my, it wasn't a whim, whatever. It was unexpected, let's just say that. And I put all my eggs in one basket and thought I'm gonna put all my passion and all my love into this dream of mine and I'm gonna make it work. And it's working. And I shouldn't be surprised, but I'm just so happy. So a deep, deep heartfelt thanks to everybody who has cheered me on, maybe purchased a design, just sent me a sweet message, all of those things. It has meant so much, and this first step of the journey is amazing, and there are so many good things coming. We'll talk about that in a minute, but wow, I can't keep up, and it is so wonderful. It's just the best. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So that was January 6th. I have been filling orders. I have been shipping to shops. You can now find me in quite a few LNSs. If one of these happens to be yours, stop by, see my products in person, hold them in your hot little hands, give me your feedback. I will take all of it. So I am now carried in Hobby House, Silver Needle, Tinsmith's Wife, Stitches Unlimited, Stitchville USA, Acorns and Threads, and Stitches and Things. You can also find me online at the Cottage Needle and Needle Case Goodies. If you happen to be a shop, you are now able to get my products through Hoffman Distributing, which was unexpected and a wonderful surprise. So you can find everything there, in addition to finding me at Market in a little over a month. What? Again, more on that later, but it's just been really, really wonderful. In addition to that, life has just been about new designs, keeping up with everything, remembering to get dressed in the morning. It's been very different, but very good. I do have a stitching evening planned for tomorrow. We talked about in my last video how I wanted to kind of make connections face to face with local friends, because all of my stitching friends are honestly here on Flosstube and Instagram. I don't have any in real life cross stitch friends. Mom doesn't actually cross stitch. She has model stitchers, so she doesn't cross stitch with me. So I'm really looking forward to meeting some friends in real life at the event tomorrow. I think I forgot to say that it was scheduled for last week and I signed up, but we had some really bad weather in Maryland. It was it actually wasn't that bad. It was just kind of gross, and we thought it was going to be worse than it was, but we got phone calls that the stitching night was postponed until tomorrow, so I will be doing that. There are 2 girls on Flosstube that you might be familiar with who are also local to me and going to be attending the stitch night tomorrow. I've never met either of them in person, so tomorrow will be the night. It is Amanda May from Artist Designs and Danielle Stitcherista. So I'm looking forward to not making a fool of myself, giving them a hug, and saying hi, making new friends. There are also a couple people I've connected with on Instagram and here on Flosstube that are going, so get ready. Hug is coming your way. I've been trying to figure out what I'm gonna bring because I find myself like just trying to plow through projects for Nashville right now. 'Tis the season. All of the designers seem to be working, and I see and read a lot that they are done designing and much further along than me. I don't exactly understand how that happens. I've never been that kind of person. I'm still over here designing and stitching and sending stuff to model stitchers because I am going to be working till the very last minute to get all of the products out for Nashville. I am going big or going home. I'm going big. I'm not going home. And right now I am on track to have 13 new releases. So going big. 13 new releases. Of those 13, 2 are reproductions. 1 I got for Christmas, 1 I shared on Instagram, and I will show you what it is in just a second. 3 of those are gonna be springtime trees, not unlike my winter trees. You guys love those. I loved those. They were such a hit. So we're gonna do them seasonally. I have 3 spring trees coming out. 1 is a cross stitch adaptation of a punch needle design I put out, and 1 is a re-release of a design from 2000. So that's just a little info for you of the 13. There are a bunch of original pieces in there as well, and I cannot wait to share those with you. I'm kind of wondering why. I know why, and I'm not gonna veer off course, but it kills me not to share all of these designs that I've been working on with you until closer to Nashville. It sounds like everybody kind of waits until a couple weeks before. We'll show off all of our designs. You guys can call your LNSs and tell them what you want them to pick up and mark it for you. But oh my gosh, I want to show you everything along the way because I have been working like a dog. It's been so, I feel like I've gotten so much done and I can't share it with you. So this video might be a little boring, it might be a little quick, but just know that I am working my butt off behind the scenes and it'll pay off with those 13 designs. Also, I have seen the hashtag start popping up on Instagram, hashtag Nashville Needlework Market, hashtag Nashville Needlework Market 2020, because sneak peeks are coming out. And I will share all the sneak peeks I can. I will share as much as I can because like I said, it kills me not to. And if I could hold everything up for you right now, I totally would. I got 3 pieces framed yesterday. And they look so good. So I wish, but I'm gonna follow all of the established designers' lead on this and not break course. So something to look forward to. I should have looked up the date of that, but we're just a little over a month away from Nashville, so it won't be long now. On the same page as that hashtag that you're seeing on Instagram, I wanted to tell you that I updated a couple things, or I'm in the process of updating today a couple things on my Instagram to make your life easier. Again, my Instagram is Hello from Liz Matthews, and you are gonna find a couple tools on there starting today that should be really helpful. Excuse me. This is because I have no regular clean cups. This is just water. This is not me being fancy. This is desperation. Joe says I'm a really loud swallower. I'm sorry. So you're gonna find some new tools on my Instagram under the highlights. The highlights are those little dots at the top that are like stories, but they stay indefinitely. So I did add a highlight that shows all of my designs. So you can click on that and see every design that I have put out, cross stitch and punch needle. I am going to be going in and putting in a highlight for all of the shops that carry my products so you can find it easily. And then the last highlight, which I think will be the most helpful, is a circle highlight button. And it's going to have all of my designs as well as all of the supplies needed to make that, basically all of the called for information. Now you guys are free to switch things up, but I use Instagram and my phone as such a tool when I'm out shopping that I could envision myself wanting to pick up all of the supplies for a chart I had at home and having absolutely no idea what it is because I left the chart at home. So I want this to be really helpful to you if you're in Joann's or Michael's or your LNS and you're like, oh shoot, what are those colors? You can pop it up on my Instagram, scroll through to that design, and it will list everything that I used. You can either choose to use that or substitute whatever you want, but I wanted to make your handheld phone more of a tool and a little bit helpful to you. So that's something I'm working on today. Don't look for it quite yet. Give me a day and it will be on there. But I hope you guys like those features, and I'm just always trying to look for ways to be helpful and make your life a little easier, especially if you happen to be wanting to stitch one of my designs. So that's all of the Instagram stuff, but let's go ahead and do the giveaway winner. So in my last video 3 weeks ago, I decided to give away this Good Housewife chart. This is Margaret Pence. This was previously out of print. They brought it back and it is going to Rural NC Stitchers. So please shoot me an email. I'll put the information in the description box and I will get this off to you. And then, keeping with the giveaways and my extreme gratitude for everything that has happened since the 6th, I am giving away one of each of my charts to 5 different winners. There are 5 new releases, so I'm giving them to 5 different winners. I want to work this the way some other floss tubers do, in that you enter and say a specific keyword, and then when I do my random selector online, I will search by that keyword. So you can enter for all of them, you can enter for one of them. You are only eligible if you win one, you can't win another, what I'm trying to say. But I want to give away one of each of these to one of you. So select whichever one you like, give me a comment, and comment whatever you want. Let's start chatting. Comment whatever you want, but make sure you have the keyword I'm about to tell you in your comment. A Pennsylvania bird, let's throw in the comment the keyword Pennsylvania. Nighttime in Old Town, throw in the comment nighttime. I mean, your comment can be like, I'd like to win nighttime. That works. New England reindeer will go to the commenter who puts in the word reindeer. Be kind, be true, put the word B-B-E-E, as in Bumble. And Nantucket sampler, how about the word Nantucket? So I will select those before my next video, which I am really, really hoping is only a week away. And I will get those out to you right away. Rural NC Stitcher, I will ship your chart out as soon as you contact me. Congratulations, and thank you if you choose to enter. Giveaways out of the way. Other things that we talked about in my last video. I just have things like randomly here. So, okay. I talked about this piece and how I was gonna try to wash it and see where we landed on that. Turns out two fun things happened with this. I realized that this is 40 count, and while I have been afraid to stitch on 40 count, I already have. So I don't know where my fear is coming from. Ooh, totally off topic, but I am cutting my hair before Nashville and I cannot wait. I am so over it. Like, what do you do with these? Down, up, I don't know. They'll just end up out here. But back on topic. So this is 40 count. I've been afraid to stitch on 40 count, but I already have, so I need to just get over it. Also, I asked what you thought about me laundering this, and some of you said don't, and you would be correct because needlepoint silk in red is not color fast. So this was never going to happen for the release. I thought about trying to push it and including this, but in the end, I think this was a really happy accident that the color bled, because I would rather rechart this, use the colors I like, and put out something that I absolutely love, that really is me now. So now I know needlepoint silk is not color fast. Maybe you can see how it bled just around the flowers there. Oh well, now I know. And we'll see how this piece gets reworked and released in the future. I do really like the design. It sounds like you guys do too. So, yep, that's not the way to go with that. But that's what I learned about that. I did get some great alternatives to Woolite though. You guys recommended a soap called Orvis, which I need to order. I meant to do it the other day. Orvis, and also Blue Dawn, like traditional Dawn soap, Blue Dawn, for not letting colors run. So I am going to invest in some of that. Fleur, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this piece now. I might, yeah, I have no idea. There's that though. Let's see. Some other things I wanted to touch base on are these ball tip needles. In my last video, I was telling you how much I like them. I got these for Christmas in my stocking. Oh, come on, shadow or reflection, doesn't matter. They're the Sullivan's Easy Glide ball tip needles. I really liked stitching with these for about a week and a half. And then it's like the plating on the needle started to wear. So it almost felt like there was something sticky on the needle. And then when I studied it, it was actually like the coating was chipping off. And I'm sorry, but for, okay, $8 for 2 of these. For $4, this needs to last more than a week. This needs to last more than a month. Like, it needs to last, because for $2.50, I can get a great needle that won't do that. So that was a real bummer. There is still one brand new needle in here that I haven't used, and I will probably break that out and use it until I can't anymore. I don't know if that was just a random malfunction or if that's something that happens to you if you've tried these needles before. I was definitely bummed out about it because I was really liking using that ball tip, but I feel like for that price, that should not be happening. So there's just a little update for you on that. I did hear Chelsea from Priscilla and Chelsea say that she likes Pat Carson. I think it's Pat Carson needle. And I heard that right about the time that that happened with my ball needle. So I went on 1-2-3 Stitch. They're $25. Yes, it's for $25, but there's just something about spending $25 on needles that hurts. So I didn't pull the trigger. I didn't do it. I'm still using my, not gonna get this right, Bonin needles, B-O-N-I-N. I think that's how you say it. But I am very interested in those Pat Carson needles because I'm also having trouble with the eye of the needle really catching my thread lately. So maybe it's worth the investment with the amount of stitching I'm doing. But if you guys love, I think it's Pat Carson needles, please let me know, or any recommendations. I've also heard about a gold needle, which sounds a little fancy to me, like drinking water out of a wine glass. But I would just love some feedback on needles because I haven't found the perfect one yet. So yeah, your thoughts on that. Also, thank you so much for all of your feedback on fat quarters, fat halves, all the things. I have not memorized it yet, but it was certainly helpful, and I will keep that information in mind. Now, let's see. I'm just gonna keep going this way with all of the things. Something I have been embracing. I don't know why this seems so weird to me. I feel like it's kind of like, of course you're embracing it. It's the best way to go. Are these, plastic thread bobbins for DMC thread. I hadn't done it yet. Why? I don't know, but I have been loving winding them lately, putting them in my box. I will be doing this all the time moving forward. I do plan on having a separate box for my DMC and also my needlepoint silk. It does pain me to say that, but those threads you do treat like gold for that price. But it's just so satisfying to wrap them on the bobbin. To see the colors laid out like this, I feel like is so much easier than on a skein. So like there's nothing fancy, there's nothing earth-shattering, there's nothing original here about this. I'm just finally getting around to it, so I wanted to share it with you. I've been really enjoying that lately. In fact, I had to order a new DMC color card. I got the one that's actual thread wrapped around the swatches of paper. You know what I'm trying to say? With the 35 new colors. So in order to reach my free shipping from DMC, I ordered more of these plastic bobbins. And I think I just like the way you can make one of these and really see all of your colors come together so clearly and nicely. So I've just been really into that lately and thought I would share because that's what you do in a Flosstube video. And I sadly can't share all of my whips and FFOs with you, so this is what you get instead. This is the color palette, except for this bright orange, which turned out way too bright for one of my upcoming releases. Isn't that lovely? Here's the back. That's all I'm gonna show you. Here's the back of that. And for anybody who's ever wondered, I mean, why would you, what the back of my pieces look like? This is pretty laughable. Like, from the time I was a little girl, my mom's laughed at me about this. This is what the back of my pieces look like, a little nest. And then when I go to stretch them and frame them, it's like a little mound on my foam core because there's just so much happening back here. I get some pieces back from Stitchers, or you guys show the backs of your pieces, and I am in awe. Like, this is just always gonna be me. It just is. It's who I am. Not proud of it. It just is. So there is a sneak peek for you. This will be a market release. You just saw the color palette, and here is the beginning of that piece. No more can be shown. If other designers want to chime in on why that is with me, or you want to tell me it's okay to start sharing, I would like that even more. But that's what's happening with that piece and my new obsession, these plastic bobbins. Right? Bobbins. Yes. In addition to the bobbins that I treated myself to, this is basically a haul. I did get myself a Rika House of Stitch and Stash bag. I ordered this around Christmas time. It was the only thing that I treated myself to all Christmas. Like, when you're out shopping and you know, you just throw that extra thing in the cart for yourself, like one for me, one for you, or I owe it to myself for all the shopping I'm doing. That didn't happen, not once, because I knew I wanted this bag. And I contacted Rika and she said she could make it for me, and I patiently waited while she created this beauty, and now I am obsessed. I'm obsessed. I don't know if she has any more of this fabric in stock, but it's the Rifle Paper Company fabric. Contact her. She is going to be going abroad to Germany in the summer. She's relocating with her husband. So clock's ticking. I already contacted her telling her I wanted another one because nothing puts the pressure on like feeling like you can't get another one of these. So anyway, this is my haul. My haul is bobbins, this, and an antique sampler. This is one of the releases for Nashville market. This is currently being stitched by a model stitcher. This is a very, very traditional Pennsylvania German sampler with Pennsylvania German motifs. It is so gorgeous. I got it for a steal, because the budget's tight. I'm making this work now. Budget's tight. This was too good to pass up. I love it so much, and I can't wait to show you how it all comes together, and it will be available for you to stitch as well. It's luscious, and I love it, and I love studying it. I loved charting it. There'll be more on how I charted it later when we break down every design for market releases, but there is more information to share with you on that, and I love it. Looking forward to getting that framed and hung on the wall. Let me check out my notes before I let you go. I think I had, this will be the portion where everything is really random. Like the rest of the video hasn't been. I know, it's been really random. But I did have a couple facts that I wanted to share with you and questions I wanted to answer. Sorry. I've gotten a lot of questions lately about if my patterns will be available as PDF. And the answer is yes. It is one of the top things on my list of things to do. It will be coming soon. They will be available. I don't know how to do it like at all. So I have to figure that out. But yes, PDFs are coming. You will be able to click and print from my shop right away. Thank you for your patience with that. I think it'll also be really helpful to stitchers who are overseas who want to stitch one of my pieces. So it's coming. It is like so top of my list, along with a lot of other things. So just sit tight on that. Also, I mentioned this before, but the cross-stitch version of First Day of Christmas Winter Tree, it's the one with the partridge and the pear tree, that will also be available in cross-stitch soon. My plan is to release that in May. I have to get through all of Nashville, so that's March, April, and May will be, a full release, as well as including the cross-stitch version of First Day of Christmas. So it's coming. Please sit tight on that as well. And then some facts I've learned lately. One is really out there. Not out there, but like what? And then one is just something I had to pass along. So the really out there one, Mom told me that when you are filling out checks moving forward, now that we're in the year 2020, it's important that you write like 1-24-2020, because people, I don't know who would do this, but whatever, it's a good fact that I wanted to share with you. People could change that date to whatever. They could hold on to that check forever because, it's 2020. So from my mom, from me to you, make sure when you're filling out checks, you write the full year 2020 so that doesn't come back to bite you in the future 9 years. And then another fact, which does pertain to stitching, is something that I learned from Teresa Kogut. She shared it on her channel maybe a month ago, and I have been using the information so much, and I've been meaning to tell you, and I'm not prepared because I don't have a skein of floss, but let me describe this to you. When you're holding a skein of DMC thread and you don't know like what end to pull from because there's like a little snippet of the end of the floss from both sides, pull from the side with the DMC number. It's the longer piece of wrapping. Pull from that side and you will be able to pull that thread out continuously without getting a knot until you're through the whole thing. I didn't know that there was a right and a wrong way until Teresa showed me in a video, and I've used that trick and that method every time I carded one of these threads and it worked like a dream. So pull from the number side. It'll work, I promise. 2 little fun facts for you. And then let's see. Why am I always putting my hand up like this? I don't know. The last thing is I wanted to thank you guys for your suggestions on podcasts, books, TV shows, movies. One show that kept coming up again was Heartland. I have not started that yet, but I do plan on doing it. I look for shows or movies or things that I can put on while I'm stitching that doesn't exactly require visual concentration. Another suggestion I got from a good friend was Peaky Blinders, and I did try that. They have such thick accents that I can't understand them, and she was like, yeah, you gotta put on the subtitles, which absolutely doesn't work as a stitcher because I'm still trying to stitch. So I am gonna try Heartland. I started Scandal again, thinking of doing Lost. There's a lot of other things out there. Was thinking of doing Homeland, and overwhelmingly conversations turned to reading the Outlander books because I am a big Outlander fan. So excited for that show to come back. So I think what I'm going to do is get them on audiobook so I can listen to them because you guys said they are so good and I don't want to miss out on that obsession. So I'm going to do the audiobook of Outlander and then Heartland, I think. Also, I am a big podcast listener, so if you have any suggestions for that, I would love your feedback. I do tend to like, I'm so basic. I like crime podcasts. I just finished Root of Evil, which had to do with the Silver Dahlia murder. Ooh, that was intense. And the Hodel family. So anyway, if you have any good podcast recommendations, what I really like are long, drawn out episodes where, you know, you spend 13 episodes talking about one story. So it doesn't necessarily have to be crime. I do like history as well. That's what I like. So I'll take suggestions if you have them. So I think that wraps up my most random video yet. It's just good to be back. You can find me on Instagram where I am the most chatty and we can connect there. If I will be seeing you at the Stitch-In tomorrow, I can't wait. I hope you guys are doing well and that January is ending. How's that even possible? On a good note for you. And I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye. Did that come out completely mumbled? I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye.